When incoming Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced that his cabinet would be made up of equal parts men and women, the explanation he gave was very simple: because it's 2015. Well, now here we are in 2017. His cabinet hasn't exactly been doing that great a job, and we're faced with the question of what was actually motivating that. Now, Justin Trudeau had basically established that this was his way of making sure that an inequality in Canada and inequality in Canadian government was addressed. Give women a bit of a hand up and help them out, and obviously have a diverse looking cabinet. This was essentially what he said was his motivation. But what's interesting is that, well, it might not come as a shock to many of us, politics was guiding the decision more than altruism. Politics was there right up until the swearing-in ceremony, when the cabinet members actually became members of the Canadian cabinet, of the Canadian government. Looking at emails I obtained exclusively under Access to Information, I saw some of the back and forth that went on between the incoming Prime Minister's team and that of the Governor General's office in advance of the November 4th, 2015 swearing-in ceremony. Now, a great deal of the data that I got was redacted, as well as in particular the names of the people from the Prime Minister Designate's office. That's what he was at the time. So we don't even know who's sending these emails, we just know where they work. Now, the swearing-in ceremony is a complex animal, because what typically happens in a new cabinet, anyone who has previously been a cabinet member, so someone who's on Privy Council, they don't need to take an extra oath. But new people that have never been in the cabinet before have to take a couple of different oaths. So what happens is, for the interest of time and balance, they do all the people that are new at one point and all the people that are returning at one point. And the order of cabinet members is actually supposed to be order of precedence. But here's the thing, Trudeau decided to throw that to the wind. His incoming government wanted to, and we have this in email form from the Prime Minister Designate's office, to redo the entire way the signing was done, just to show off that cabinet was gender equal. Here are some of the emails. Hi all, I can confirm that the current intention from senior PMO is to alternate by gender. If we want to maintain flexibility per the wording, I see no issue with that, but let's plan the script and order on gender alternation despite the lack of symmetry on oath length. Now, what he's talking about there with the flexibility of wording is actually media members asking what the ceremony was going to look like, and they were trying to come up with a paragraph, with a blurb, and they couldn't, because they didn't know what was going to happen. The swearing-in ceremony was November 4th. These emails were going until the late hours of the evening, November 2nd, still not having a clear answer from the PMO or incoming PMO of what the day was going to look like. And then we have this gem from David Denduven, the Director of Strategic Policy for the Machinery of Government in the Privy Council office, said he spoke with Redacted. He'll get back to us reorder and rotating by gender. In the interim, what you have works. If you want to go out tonight in that, it leaves it open. Now again, this is because the organizers of this actually don't know. They haven't been able to get clear direction from the PMO as to how they're actually going to execute this event. And another representative of the incoming PMO said, just want to confirm that we're still alternating between male and female cabinet ministers. So what we have here is a little bit of an interesting back and forth, but I want to illustrate how we know that this took priority for Justin Trudeau more than most other things. You see, when incoming ministers come, one of the things the government does, or the Prime Minister does rather, is send to members of government a bit of a mandate. Not just the mandate letter that ministers get, but also essentially his key priorities and key focuses when he takes office. And here is what we saw from Trudeau's. General communications for new ministers in the early days of their mandate. He outlines key messages, he outlines plan and commitments, but then look under additional messages. I am exceptionally proud that an equal number of men and women will be sitting around the cabinet table, a first in Canadian history. Underneath that, we will keep Canadians at the heart of every decision we make while implementing a vision that is positive, ambitious, and hopeful. Gender equal cabinet comes above representing all Canadians in these additional messages. It's an afterthought, basically, compared to him saying that we have a gender equal cabinet. And even on his official biography on the Government of Canada's website, it says he was a history maker with his gender equal cabinet. This is a key plank of this government. Not action, not merit, but affirmative action. And now we know that politics was driving every step of the way, including the swearing-in ceremony, supposed to be an event free of politics. Because it's 2017? For the Rebel.media, I'm Andrew Lawton. Hey folks, head on over to the Rebel.media. Lots of great stuff there. And also become a premium member. The best investment you'll ever make for your mind and future. Only at the Rebel.media.